everyone, I'm Emma. Let's practice 25 common house chores in English together. I'll speak slowly and clearly so you can follow along. Let's get started. I put on gloves. I put on gloves. I put on gloves. I open the windows. I open the windows. I tidy up the room. I tidy up the room. I pick up the toys. I pick up the toys. I pick up the toys. I make the bed. I make the bed. I dust the shelves. I dust the shelves. I wipe the table. I wipe the table. I clean the mirror. I clean the mirror. I sweep the floor. I sweep the floor. I use a dustpan. I use a dustpan. I mop the floor. I mop the floor. I vacuum the carpet. I vacuum the carpet. I clean the windows. I clean the windows. I clean the windows. I scrub the sink. I scrub the sink. I disinfect the counter. I disinfect the counter. I clean the bathroom. I clean the bathroom. I clean the bathroom. I scrub the toilet. I scrub the toilet. I clean the shower. I clean the shower. I clean the shower. I wash the clothes. I wash the clothes. I hang the laundry. I hang the laundry. I fold the clothes. I fold the clothes. I iron the shirt. I iron the shirt. I change the bed sheets. I change the bed sheets. I take out the trash. I take out the trash. I finish the housework. I finish the housework. Great job! We're all done. Practice every day to remember these chores. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. See you next time. Goodbye.
Hi, I'm Emma. Today, I'm cooking beef steak. I'm also making fried vegetables and some sweet corn soup. First, I wash the vegetables. First, I wash the vegetables. I make sure they're clean. I make sure they're clean. I chop the broccoli now. I chop the broccoli now. Next, I slice the carrots. Next, I slice the carrots. I season the beef now. I season the beef now. I add a pinch of pepper. I add a pinch of pepper. I let the meat rest. I let the meat rest. I pour broth into the pot.
I
Pour broth into the pot. I toss the corn in. I toss the corn in. I wait for it to boil. I wait for it to boil. I slowly add the eggs. Slowly add the eggs. I let the soup simmer. I let the soup simmer. I turn the heat on. I turn the heat on. I drizzle oil into the pan. I drizzle oil into the pan. I sear the beef now. I sear the beef now. I cook each side now. I cook each side now. I add butter and garlic.
I
Add butter and garlic. I baste the meat now. I baste the meat now. I take the beef out. I take the beef out. I use another pan now. I use another pan now. I put all the veggies in. I put all the veggies in. I stir-fry them quickly. I stir-fry them quickly. I drizzle some soy sauce. I drizzle some soy sauce. I slice the beef now.
I
Slice the beef now. I plate up the food. I plate up the food. Time for lunch with family. Time for lunch with family.
Hi there, I'm Emma. Ready to learn some kitchen action verbs with me? Let's get started. I wear an apron. I wear an apron. I take a knife. I take a knife. I wash the fruit. I wash the fruit. I peel the apple. I peel the apple. I slice the bread. I slice the bread. I slice the bread. I chop the onion. I chop the onion. I mince the garlic. I mince the garlic. I dice the ham. I dice the ham. I dice the ham. I crack the eggs. I crack the eggs. I whisk the eggs. I whisk the eggs. I whisk the eggs. I rinse the rice. I rinse the rice. I rinse the rice. I drain the rice. I drain the rice. I boil the water. I boil the water. I heat the oil. I heat the oil. I heat the oil. I soak the beans. I soak the beans. I dry the pot. I dry the pot. I clean the stove. I clean the stove. I turn on stove. I turn on stove. I turn off stove. I turn off stove. I take a bowl. I take a bowl. I take a bowl. I grab a spoon. I grab a spoon. I wipe the counter. I wipe the counter. I rinse my hands. I rinse my hands. I dry my hands. I dry my hands. I light a candle. I light a candle.
I wash the vegetables in the sink. I wash the vegetables in the sink. I drain the water from the lettuce. I drain the water from the lettuce. I slice the tomatoes into small pieces. I slice the tomatoes into small pieces. I add some dressing to the salad. I add some dressing to the salad. I toss the salad in a bowl. I toss the salad in a bowl. I crack the eggs into a bowl. I crack the eggs into a bowl. I whisk the eggs and the sugar. I whisk the eggs and the sugar. I knead the dough on the table. I knead the dough on the table. I grease the pan with some butter. I grease the pan with some butter. I bake the cake in the oven. I bake the cake in the oven. I boil water in the electric kettle. I boil water in the electric kettle. I grind the fresh coffee beans. I grind the fresh coffee beans. I put the coffee into the filter. I put the coffee into the filter. I pour hot water into the cup. I pour hot water into the cup. I stir the coffee with a spoon. I stir the coffee with a spoon. I fill the pot with clean water. I fill the pot with clean water. I boil the pasta until it's soft. I boil the pasta until it's soft. I drain the pasta in the sink. I drain the pasta in the sink. I grate some cheese over the pasta. I grate some cheese over the pasta. I mix the sauce with the pasta. I mix the sauce with the pasta. I scrub the pans with some soap. I scrub the pans with some soap. I clear the dishes from the table. I clear the dishes from the table. I rinse the dishes with warm water. I rinse the dishes with warm water. I dry the plates with a towel. I dry the plates with a towel. I wipe the counter with a cloth. I wipe the counter with a cloth. I put the bread in the toaster. I put the bread in the toaster. I spread some butter on the toast. I spread some butter on the toast. I fry the eggs in a pan. I fry the eggs in a pan. I pour some juice into a glass. I pour some juice into a glass. I eat my breakfast at the table. I eat my breakfast at the table. I peel the carrots with a peeler. I peel the carrots with a peeler. I chop the onions on the board. I chop the onions on the board. I add some salt to the soup. I add some salt to the soup. I stir the soup with a ladle. I stir the soup with a ladle. I taste the soup with a spoon. I taste the soup with a spoon. I take the meat from the fridge. I take the meat from the fridge. I slice the beef into thin pieces. I slice the beef into thin pieces. I season the meat with some pepper. I season the meat with some pepper. I grill the steak on the stove. I grill the steak on the stove. I flip the meat with the tongs. I flip the meat with the tongs. I wash the apples with cold water. I wash the apples with cold water. I peel the skin of the mango. I peel the skin of the mango. I cut the fruit into small cubes. I cut the fruit into small cubes. I squeeze a lime for some juice. I squeeze a lime for some juice. I serve the fruit on a plate. I serve the fruit on a plate. I open the fridge to find food. I open the fridge to find food. I pull the drawer to get a fork. I pull the drawer to get a fork. I get a knife from the rack. I get a knife from the rack. I set the plates on the table. I set the plates on the table. I light the candle for our dinner. I light the candle for our dinner.